This is a little visit to a private museum in Paracas, Peru. What you're looking at there on top is a small ceramic from the Wadi culture of the coast of Peru. Below that is another ceramic from the more famous Nazca culture. And then these objects are from the Chancay culture, which was an ancient culture in the Lima, Peru area. And then this is another ceramic from the Nazca culture. These objects, I'll go closer to them, but these are what are called carros, and they were Inca drinking vessels. So here they are here. They're all made of wood, except this one, which is actually ceramic. That is from Lake Titicaca. This one is embedded with little silver circular pieces. They're all antique. This one there could actually be from the Inca culture itself, and the others are from the colonial Spanish era. This stone object is from the Chavin culture from the central area of Peru. Behind it is another Wadi culture vessel. This puma is from the Tiwanaku culture. And then some more ceramics from the Wadi, and on the right could be the Chincha or maybe even Paracas culture. This is the replica of what is called a quipu, which is the knotted cord system that the Inca used as a way of doing counting. And then we have this is an elongated skull replica based on an actual skull. This was created by Marcia K. Moore. And this is another series of works that Marcia did of a baby elongated skull, in this case Waiki, the one located in the highlands of Peru. And we have some textiles from different cultures in Peru. This is a painting done by a friend of mine called Mir. He's been a fan of mine. I've been a fan of his for a long period of time. You can see his work on an elongated skull there. This is being filmed on an iPhone, so sorry for the jiggliness. And then inside this case, we have this, which is from the Lake Titicaca area. You can see the representation of two women with elongated heads, and in between is the creator god, Huiracocha. This is metal. It's probably bronze, but it could also contain a certain amount of gold and silver. Oops. Here's another figure made of bronze from the Tiwanaku area. Again, you can see the elongated head. Actually, the lake is not called Titicaca, it's called Titicaca. So there's no joke in that. Then we have another representation of someone, a male in this case with an elongated head, again from the Lake Titicaca area. This is a flute player with an elongated head, again from the Chancay culture near Lima, the area of Lima in Peru from about 1,000 years ago. And a snake. This is Inca. Could be original. It's made of meteoric iron. And this is from northern Peru. You can see it's a flute player. Actually, it's a man with a cob of corn feeding a bird. This is from the Moche or Chimu culture on the north coast of Peru. This is Inca. It's called an aribola, which is a small vessel for holding chicha corn beer. It's a tiny example. Quite often they were many, many liters in size. And we have this small bell, which is Inca, and this was actually worn on the ankles of noble Inca women. And from central Peru, this is quartz crystal in the shape of a face. And oops. And other things we have in here, like that is on the right side is a pan flute from the Nazca culture. Other depictions of people with elongated heads in the background. Some more textiles here. What started head binding was someone copying people who actually had elongated skulls. Then over here we have these offering pieces made of stone in the shapes of llamas. These are all Inca. Put my finger there for a sense of scale. And then another Inca drinking vessel. And a few more little items of interest. Here again is another example of the Nazca culture. And then this is an Inca little offering dish. And a gourd from the Inca culture. This is unfortunately a damaged plate that comes from the Paracas culture, so that's between 2,000 and 2,500 years old. And another one of Marcia's depictions of what her interpretation of an elongated skull. You can see the actual elongated skull on the top left. Sorry, it's getting kind of dark in here. This is a plate or bowl from the Chancay culture of the area near Lima in Peru. So, I'm glad you decided to join me with this little viewing of some ancient artifacts and representations of what some of the elongated skull people may very well have looked like. You notice that she made it with red hair, which is the traditional hair color of the Paracas people of the coast of Peru from 2,000 to 2,500 years ago. And what do we have in here? Just various other little objects. Those two figures are ceramic from the Chincha culture, who lived between, I think, about 1100 and 1400 AD. They were later absorbed into the Inca people. So, thank you for joining me on this little impromptu look at ancient things. And I'll be doing more live things like this in the near future for you. So this is Brian Forster of Hidden Inca Tours.